We are going gambling. And I know last week wasn't a great week for me. I went 2 for 5 last week. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be better this week. So let's start it up. This week for Chowder's Choices, we are improving on the 2 for 5 we did last week. Chowder's Choices starting at the number one game we're going here. Oakland at Minnesota. Minnesota is an 8-point favorite. Take Oakland with the +8. Oakland has played. They played Denver great and won. They played Kansas City tough and really. Do you know Oakland only gave up points in one quarter? Now, they only scored in one quarter, but they only gave up points in one quarter. They got up 10-0 in the first. Kansas City got 28-0 in the second, and then nobody scored, and they played dead even in the third and fourth quarter. I like Oakland. I like Derek Carr. What they're doing right now with this offense, John Gruden, there was clearly chemistry and practice reps starting to pay off, and Oakland looks like a much better team than we thought they were going to be. I spoke earlier, probably about 3-4 months ago. I loved the fact that John Gruden did get a 10-year deal, and this is what you're supposed to see, improvement and progress every single year. Oakland, I think, is going to be physical at the line of scrimmage. They're going to play better defense than people give them credit for. And Minnesota, who I like everything about Minnesota except Kirk Cousins. Minnesota they're in that Tennessee class of I like everything about them except their quarterback. And I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I don't trust Kirk Cousins with 8 points. He's got to score, pretty much get re-looking at the game, 3 field goals or touchdown to field goal ahead. I don't got it. I have Oakland losing the game, but Minnesota only winning by 7, 24-17 Minnesota. Take Oakland with the points. Miami at Dallas. Dallas is favored by 21. Miami, you literally can't do this. Miami, you cannot start the season off the way you've done it and lose a third game by just an absurd score. And this isn't even just tanking anymore. This is surrender. This is, I gave up. This is, I can't do it. This is throwing the white flag. I don't think Miami does that. Nor do I think Dallas, who is already shown that they're legit. Dak obviously got off to a great start. Man, Miami just can't do this. Miami cannot. There has to be some pride, some coaching game plan, some Dallas that's way too many points. I don't trust the Cowboys offense that much, despite the fact they're improved. Give me Miami with 21 points. Miami, you can't blow this again. Last of Chowder's choices, Baltimore at Kansas City. Kansas City is favored by 6.5. I'm taking Baltimore. I like Baltimore a lot. I think this is one of those games. I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to have to duel Patrick Mahomes. I think Baltimore is going to do everything in their power to get to 150 plus rushing yards. They want to turn this. They want to get this game ugly. They want Mahomes to have the ball as least as possible. There's going to be a lot of triple option. Lamar is going to be more of a runner than a thrower. This is what we said about Baltimore from the very beginning. They are such a unique team with Lamar Jackson because you never know what style they're going to play, and they are a unique week-by-week matchup. Plus, they bring in a legit top 10 defense, so I don't believe Mahomes is going to be able to throw the ball all over the yard. As great as I think he is, and he's coming up in my only I would understand segment at the end of the show, Mahomes is great, but I believe the Ravens are going to have a great game plan. They are so hard to coach against because of the fact you never know if they're going to try to air it out for 300-400 yards or if they're going to run for 200. I have Kansas City winning this game, but it's close. Kansas City 24, Baltimore 21. I did not take the Miami-Dallas score because I'm just hopeful that it's just not 21. We'll say right now my inclination is Dallas 27, Miami 10, 17 points. That's all I got for you, Miami. Henry's hopeful. Denver at Green Bay. I said this is going to be one of those kind of consistent things with my hopeful pick, especially early on in the season when Denver's not performing very well. Green Bay is an 8-point favorite. I'm taking Denver. I believe Denver played a good second half against Oakland. I believe they played good on defense against Chicago. And I believe that Green Bay is probably the first team that is not going to do this hike, throw the ball in 3 seconds, take Miller and Chubb out of the game. I think Sanders has a big game. I think Sutton has a big game. I think Freeman and Philip Lindsay are going to run the ball a bit better. Joe Flacco, who it's hit and miss, but he does have a 60% completion rate. I think Denver goes into Green Bay, and it's competitive. I have Green Bay winning 24-17. But I get my points. Neji's no-brainer. New Orleans at Seattle. Seattle's a 4-point favorite. Take Seattle. Eat the points. Seattle's really good, guys. Russell Wilson is really, really good. Seattle is going to come out. They're at home. They have the advantage. They're going to be able to run the ball. And as long as Seattle would have dominated Pittsburgh last week, even more so than they already did, but they fumbled twice. I don't think they have those same fumbling issues. They're at home. There's going to be momentum. New Orleans, Teddy Bridgewater, Seattle's not worried about him dicing them up the field. He's not going to throw it deep over their heads. I believe this game is played 0 to 10 yards for New Orleans on offense, and I think Seattle is going to excel at that. Bobby Wagner in the middle there on defense. Give me Seattle. Give me the points. To me, this is the easiest no-brainer of the week. Seattle's -4. Eat the points. They're going to beat New Orleans. I have them beating New Orleans sound and handily beating them. There we go. I can talk. 31-10 Seattle.